Good morning. I wanted to start off by thanking Bernie for particularly being a great mentor to me, so thank you. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what we did at the Denver Health Emergency Medicine Residency Program, and wanted to talk about what the keys to success were and then sort of show you some results that we have. So we realized that we had a problem within our residency program. We had about 1% of our residents that were diverse by any definition that you could possibly imagine overall. And for those of you that have been to the high-end malls in Denver, you will notice that that is reflected in what shows up at the high-end malls in Denver. And so we took a multi-tiered approach on how we would try and recruit folks to our residency program. The first was we decided that we were going to establish an extern scholarship program, a second look day, where we would have people come back. We tried to increase our outreach in terms of becoming members of ADIEM, trying to show up at SNMA, basically putting ourselves out there. We made our website much more visible. We put a statement about diversity and inclusion on our website. And then we took a holistic approach to application review. For those of you that are interested in diversity and inclusion, none of these things are going to sound new to you because we did them about 8 years ago. We had phenomenal support from our chair, who provided us money to do this and provided us programmatic support in terms of actually letting us put things into our individual curriculum. But more importantly, we had theoretical support, which means that our chair was willing to say, yes, we're going to go to holistic review. And one of the questions that you always get with diversity and inclusion is people saying, well, we want the best candidates. And the question that you should ask that at that point in time is, what is the best candidate? Is the best candidate someone who has the highest board score? And we know that board scores are not equivalent to your practice environment and how well you are as a doctor. There are a lot of other things that factor into that, and that, I think, is what we tried to focus on with our holistic review. We had a lot of school support. Specifically with our second look day, it became a school-wide second look day, so that people that came to our residency program, we were very upfront and we said, look, we don't have any diversity within our residency program. Just being blunt, that's the way it is right now. We'd like to change that, and more importantly, you can see that there is diversity at our school, so there are other people that you may be able to interact with if that's something that you're really looking for. And then we made sure that we had faculty and resident support. We actually changed our mentoring program to make sure that we had support for all residents, which we weren't doing such a great job with beforehand. With that, we went from 1% to 22% within a 3-year period. We're now up to 28%. So pretty dramatic results. One of the questions that people always ask is, what are URM students looking for? We actually did this study, and Mike Gisandi is one of the authors on this, sitting in the back. But briefly, you can see the things that are starred, and the starred things are serving patients of a similar ethnic background, a diversity statement on the website, residency involvement with pipeline programs, diversity of faculty, diversity of residents, the availability of community outreach programs, programs affirming the commitment to diversity, and mentorship programs for residents. So we tried to hit as many of those things as we possibly could. So what is the future? I think that hopefully all of you have heard about those things because they have become common now, but I think there's no question that one of the things that we want to each do is try and make our program as attractive to all applicants as you possibly can. We want to emphasize similar diversity in your patient populations, the diversity of faculty and residents, and being open if you don't have that diversity. Putting something about your program's affirmation to diversity and inclusion, website information about diversity and inclusion, mentorship programs, pipeline programs, and then community outreach.